G'day Cephalon Collective and welcome to the Week in Warframe news for the week ending 10th of November 2019. I'm Cephalon Greg. Well, with the release of the Old Blood on PC last week, this week was a week full of hotfixes. And to be honest, there's still a fair amount of work to be done to iron out the remaining bugs. As a result, it was a pretty quiet week news-wise, but let's see what happened this week. First up, with Halloween behind us again for yet another year, the Dullahan mask has been removed from the game. But fear not, pumpkin lovers, it will of course be back again next year. Next, it's a new season, and time to refresh the featured dojos on all platforms. Yes, the Autumn 2019 featured dojo contest is back. Although if you are in the Southern Hemisphere like us, it's spring. But we can let that slide. So what do you need to do in order to enter this contest? Head on over to the forum post, and there is a link to this in the description below this video, and share some images or a 3-minute video of your dojo. It's as simple as that. Note there are 3 winners per tier, per platform, so there will be 20 first place winners across all of the platforms. That's pretty cool. First place will have their dojo featured within the game, and will also win a trophy and a massive stockpile of resources dependent on your tier. It's definitely worth entering for your chance to be a winner, but that said, there are more rules and requirements, so make sure you read the forum post in full. And lastly, as mentioned earlier, there are lots and lots of hotfixes this week for the Old Blood, including improved murmur progression, so now it's a little easier and faster to discover the Requiem mods you need to take down your Lich. Thralls will now drop Requiem relics, and the drop rate on siphons has been improved, so it's also a hell of a lot easier to stockpile some relics. Liches now can't steal your Requiem mods, which was a real pain in the butt, especially if it was the mod you needed to take down your Lich. And you can now merge duplicate Kuva weapons, so you don't end up wasting time, effort, and former. In reality, recent hotfixes have included a hell of a lot more than this, including some buffs to Grendel and some tweaks to the melee system, but kudos to DE for keeping very much on top of all of the feedback and making swift changes. Console players, you will receive a much better and more stable update as a result, so I know the wait is painful, but it's worth it. Still, there are a bunch of new bugs that the Old Blood brought into the game, so I think this week will be another week full of hotfixes. Nothing wrong with that. Before we close out for another week though, I'd like to thank our patrons, without whom we'd find it very hard to find the motivation in the morning to get out of bed. Thank you. If you like what we're doing, head on over to cephalonsquared.com/support and check out how you can help us out as well. If you want to just keep it simple, like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff to help spread the word. And that brings us up to date for this week. We'll see you next week for another week in Warframe. Thanks for watching.